I remember several years ago when sometimes when there are natural disasters and many other horrible events and just tragedies in our life, we tend to ask, where is God? And I remember in one of your videos when you said that, was it hurricanes or tornadoes? They can actually be beneficial because they can stabilize the temperature, the atmosphere. So none of these things are not a sign because God is impotent or absent. Actually, everything that God put in the universe and on the planet helps uh, so that our life can exist and it can strive. And then you said in one of your books that your team has come up. I'm just giving a round number, maybe up to 200 or so details about why the life on Earth is so special, because we have to take into account all the planets and in our solar system, why moon has to be there, why the distance has to be there, the curvatory and everything. And just by listening to you all these years, just my faith gets firmer, and my nerdy the nerdy part of me gets satisfied because I love knowledge, I love information, and I'm not one of those people who is concerned if I have doubts or if I have tough questions, because I just strive to learn. And just listening to you all these years helped me to just see different things from, I mean, this the same difficult questions from different perspectives, such as evil and God. Why would God allow X, Y, Z? And for you, well, this is not a problem. God puts certain stuff so human population can strive. Correct?
Right. I mean, the fine tuning argument for God has been the go to scientific evidence that Christian theologians have been presenting for thousands of years. Living in the 21st century, we're seeing exploding knowledge emerging from the book of nature, the scientific record. I mean, my own discipline of astrophysics, the knowledge base doubles every 5 or 6 years. And so that explains why I've been able to write 7 full-length books on the fine-tuning evidence, literally thousands of different features of our galaxy, our star, our planet, our planetary system has to be extraordinarily fine-tuned to make even the existence of microbes possible, let alone human beings. And I'm going to be writing more books. But the whole point is we're living at a time when the revelation from God's book of nature is literally exploding. As it says in Daniel 12:4, in the last days, knowledge will explode. And I think we're living at that time when knowledge is exploding. And it's a joy for me because I can make a much stronger case for God with every week that goes by. I mean, if you go to our website at reasons.org, I have a weekly blog called Today's New Reason to Believe. And if I had the time, I could write a dozen articles a day about the new evidences for the Christian faith. But hey, 7 books, that's a lot that I think. I find that if I can get an atheist scientist to read even 3 of those 7 books, usually that's enough to persuade them, yes, the Christian faith is true.
Yes, I appreciate your work so much, and we need more people who are like you, very knowledgeable and familiar both with the Bible and with science. Okay, so
Well,
we
just
can
to
dedicate.
talk about this, you mentioned the book More Than a Theory. That's the book where I talk about what people call natural disasters. As a theologian, I don't like the term natural evil because as I look at wildfires and hurricanes and tornadoes and earthquakes, as you mentioned, they're all optimally fine tuned to make life as beneficial as possible for us human beings. Given that we need thermodynamics and gravity and electromagnetism in God's hands to permanently eradicate evil. Something I wrote about in Why the Universe is the Way It is that God designed the universe with these 4 fundamental laws of physics. They remain in place until evil is eradicated by God. Once evil is eradicated, we go into a new realm where there is no gravity, no electromagnetism, no thermodynamics, None of that is necessary anymore because evil will no longer be a possibility. But while we have evil, we need those laws of physics. And it's because of those laws of physics, you have things like wildfires and hurricanes and tornadoes. But as you just pointed out, notice the hurricanes are at just the right number and intensity to ensure that our planet has a well regulated climate. And so we benefit from having these hurricanes. They also distribute the chlorophyll in the oceans to make sure that we have optimal life. And wildfires, we need wildfires to put charcoal back into the soil. And what we notice is we have just the right number and intensity of wildfires. And it was Jesus who said, in this world you'll have tribulation, but take heart, I've overcome the world. We temporarily have tribulation at the optimal level to bring about a rapid eradication of evil and suffering. And so God says, be patient. I'm taking care of it. And soon you'll enter into a realm where there'll be no tribulation.
That's amazing. I just love all this data, how they strengthen at least my faith, and I hope many people who call themselves believers find the same, and that they will just be encouraged and challenged to start thinking about all these topics and understanding that God is still sovereign and God is still in control, even despite this, like you said, you don't like the term natural evil or natural whatever, let's call them disasters, that God has a purpose in all of this and it's not for our distraction. And I just love that.